it says.
I am a child.
Yeah.
100%. I'm a child.
And I'm trying to figure this shit out. Except that like now, like I have like, fancier tastes, right? Like I want instead
Well,
of
no, we have adult money.
there we go. So like instead of like having like the Toys R Us catalog that we look towards every
Right.
year, okay?
We got
Now,
Amazon Prime
yeah, exactly.
at my house tomorrow.
Right. Sometimes.
I mean, hey, there's times where I'm like order stuff at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when I wake up, and then it's there by the time I get home from work.
Nah, dude, it's crazy. You know what's funny is
Insane.
that like I didn't really like look at Amazon like that until COVID happened.
Right.
Like
Neither did I.
then I became like obsessed with ordering shit on Amazon.
Dude, there's times where both me and Lacey are guilty of it. Lacey's my fiance. Um, and we just order stuff just to because like we'll get caught just searching through rabbit holes of Amazon, and we're just like, we need this. Click.
do you ever just like buy shit at like 11 a.m. and then at 5 p.m. you realize that you need to buy another set of shit, so then you end up like by the time your day is over you put in 4 orders.
Oh yeah, all the time. And
It's
it's
crazy.
not like, dude, and we're not talking 4 like orders for one individual item.
Oh no.
It's like 4 full orders, and then you're like, that should be good for the next 2 weeks.
Right. Exactly. No,
Oh
dude, like
man.
I seriously like I'm a fan of that shit, man. And you know what's funny is that like here I am talking about how like I am trying to be anti-capitalist, right?
Right.
But I am a fucking whore
Right.
when it comes to Amazon.
Right, because you want it now. I mean,
Yes.
like it's one of those things. It's the availability. It's there, so why not, right?
Exactly. And that's
And like honestly, one of the funniest parts about all of it that nobody realizes. So we have cameras on our house, and they go off when people drive by. I swear to God, like 9 Amazon trucks drive up and down my street every day. Every day.
yeah. Now same here. And it's like, what's funny is like I've also looked into that solution of like having I don't know if you guys have it over there, but they offer the solution where like you can give them access to your garage
Yeah.
so that
Yeah,
they
they
can
have
just
that.
like drop shit. I thought about that too, but I don't know, man.
Dude, the conspiracy theorist in me says that no, I am not putting my garage code in some kind of database. I'm just
Exactly.
not.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's anybody could probably get 1,000 comments about how garage door openers, you can program them with a cell phone from 100 feet away. I don't care. I just don't want my code out there.
No, I'm with you too. And the thing, the fucked up thing too is that like, um, I so you talked about having like the whole situation with like the conspiracy theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I already have those devices that shall be nameless because they're gonna just go off here in a minute if I actually call them by name. I have those devices in the house. On top of that, I have cameras, right?
Right.
And like I am pretty much letting people see everything that I do 24/7. But like there's a little piece of me that goes, not my garage. And I don't
Dude,
know
it's
why.
like it. Dude, it's the old man inside trying to come out. You know what I mean? Like this is that old school that mentality was beating our heads as kids by our parents, old guys down the street, uncles,
No, you're
grandparents,
absolutely right.
everybody of like, nah, I bury my money in a coffee can in the backyard, bro.
No, you're absolutely right. But like, yeah, man, like I don't know
Dude,
what it is.
it's that little bit of the Great Depression that's still peeking through today, like
Yeah. Exactly. And I
because
don't
that's
know
what
what it
we
is,
grew
man.
up
Like
on.
it's like a false blanket, but it's my blanket. And I like it.
Hey, you know what? And That is one of the beautiful things as I grow from my mid 30s to my late 30s, almost into my 40s, is that I give less fucks about a
Me too.
lot of stuff. But then I also find that these little, like I like to call them depression era thoughts, pop into my head more often. Like, I was walking into Walmart yesterday. My TV kind of shit the bed, so I had to go there and I was looking for a TV. But I'm walking in and there's this kid parked in a handicap spot and like has a system in the car and it's just fucking loud, like super loud, like license plate vibrating. Like,
Okay,
bro, I need you
like
to go
obnoxious.
and buy. I need you to go buy some Dynamat. Like, I'm 37, 38. I know what Dynamat is. Like,
Uh-huh.
you got to know what it is by now. No, it's just like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
What was he listening to?
I don't even know. Like, it was
Oh, see
that
that?
bad from the
See,
outside that I couldn't even tell.
that's the
Like,
shit right
if
there
he
that
was,
like we get a guy too that drives around our neighborhood, dude. And like
yep.
his shit is always loud, but I can't tell what it is because it just sounds so distorted. Like it's
Right,
got,
like,
don't
if
get
it
me wrong,
sounds good.
it's got mad bass, but it doesn't sound good.
Well, dude, and that's one thing here. So here in Connecticut, if nobody else knows, we have a huge Puerto Rican population, and one of the things that they do here is they aren't so much about the bass. Like, you will have dudes with straight up speakers mounted on the outside of the car, and
For
you hear
real?
nothing but treble, no, like hardly any bass, but it's like as loud as you could possibly, like, it's concert quality sound coming out of a 92 Honda Accord rolling down the main drag in Waterbury. Like,
Damn.
it's actually pretty cool. And like, dude, these guys are doing everything. You could look it up on YouTube. There's like a big wall of speakers that comes out of the back of their Honda Odyssey, and they just like compete against each other in parking lots and random places around too. But like, it's at least you could hear the music, and like sometimes like it's old school bangers, things that we love, you know.
See, I don't mind. I don't mind
And I
the
don't
bangers.
mind. I don't hate
Like
it, but when it's
yeah,
stuff that like I can't understand, like, bro,
right. That's
step
the
up your
shit that
game a
I
little
don't
bit.
want. That's the shit
But
that
the old man in me is like, turn that shit down. I don't want to hear that shit right now. I'm trying to go into
live
Walmart.
here.
I gotta buy a TV.
People live here, damn it. Dude, it's crazy. Like
But
I
like,
don't know.
I go from that thought of turn that shit down to why can't I understand what you're even playing in your car? Like,
Do you ever have those moments now where like you think back to like your teens, early 20s, and you look at that fucker, right, that just recently blasted that like fucking
oh yeah.
stupid ass song that they were listening to, and then have flashbacks of yourself, and then think about yourself in the old man perspective, and you're just like, what a fucking asshole.
Disappointed as fuck.
Yes, yes, yes,
Immediately disappointed as fuck. Immediately.
yes. I have those moments like
Because like I had that same thought. I had that same thought right there, and that in what I was saying is like I had the thought of turn that shit down. Then I had the thought of why can't I even hear what he's saying? And then I had the thought of, man, I used to have a 93 Camry that fucking bumped.
Dude, I didn't know you had a 93 Camry.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I had a 96 Camry.
Fuck yeah. It was one of the best cars I owned. It was like the
Agreed.
LXE. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you had like that bubble model, right? Oh,
I had the one with the gold trim, leather,
yeah.
power, everything. And
That's what I had.
Badass.
Yeah, I love that car, man.
Fantastic. It was literally, if I could have that same car again, mint, I would own it right now.
Oh, me too. Me too. Like I
remember,
I
would totally old man that shit. I would go out and watch it on Saturdays.
That's the one that I had 212s in. Like I was like bumping that shit.
I had 212s and put 6x9s in it.
You know what it is? Like we were like living our midlife, even in our 20s.
Hell yeah, we were. Fuck yeah, but it was sensible as fuck. We drove Camrys. Oh, dude, and back then, think about it this way. $20.
Yes.
$20
To fill it up.
to fill it up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
all week
And,
long.
and you
All
still
week
got
long.
change back.
Hell yeah. And I had lunch money.
Right.
And I had money to buy a pack of cigarettes. Right. It was great.
Exactly. Dude, no, I love my Camry, man. I loved it.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy.
It was
Crazy. But not
but dude, so me and Lacey had a fantastic conversation that I just want to bring out here.
Yeah, throw it.
And it kind of ties back to one of the thoughts that you had early on where you say, where we were talking about you have adult money, right?
Yeah.
So I find myself, and you know this about me, but you probably, I don't know if you've ever put this together, but I myself now, even at almost 40, am every car I buy is a car that I really wanted when I was like 19.
Hands down. Hands down. Hands down.
Right.
I'm actually, you know what's funny, man? Like, I don't know if we can so again, right? This is like our first podcast.
Right.
So I don't know what we can say or cannot say in terms of like what we have or what we do. But I will say, I'm gonna put it out there and we can like address it later if we don't want it on this recording. Exactly. But I'm gonna say that, like, really, fuck you for having a 745. Fuck you. That's
excuse me, it's a 750 Li.
Pardon me, sir. Pardon me.
I got the twin turbo V8. I'm just saying.
Dude, okay. So I always wanted that car, right? Like I wanted the 745. That's the one I wanted. And it was crazy because like I was like, fuck, I'm never ever going to have one of those ever. Right?
Hey.
So then when I came over to see, like, when I visited you guys, and then like I finally got in that thing is a beast, dude. That thing is awesome. I hate you for it. Fuck you.
But dude, okay, so when we were younger, we saw these cars like that car, right?
Right.
Instantly, the thought in our brain was, I'll never afford one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as we get a little bit older, probably early 30s, somewhere around there, you're like, all right, I could have one, but it's probably too much. Right. Or I don't know if it's a sensible decision. Well, a lot of things, kind of like you said, I don't know exactly what we're going to discuss, but at the end of the day, like, to be able to make a sensible choice to buy that car, and like, so full disclosure, I only paid like 20 grand for the car, and being able to afford that, it's kind of like one of those things that I don't drive the thing every day. It sits in my garage. It's a perfect thing when it comes to thinking about, okay, I don't have to worry about expense of maintenance, right? I'm not going to drive the thing very often. So it's not a constant maintenance thing. It's a car that's meant to be driven, but maybe not all the time. They're not 100% reliable, whatever. But it's just kind of nice to be able to sit back and make a decision like that without it. Like, I'm not rich at all, but I figured out a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one of my dream cars. You know what I mean? That's kind of funny.
But like I like the fact that you've taken this approach of like getting the things that you wanted when you were younger, right? Because it kind of gives you a sense of fulfillment, right? Like,
right.
Like it makes it feel like anything that you wanted could be accomplished. Right. And it may not be like, like obviously, like if I see you fucking driving around a Ferrari, I know your ass is selling drugs. I don't care what you say to me.